Welcome back to FM Storey. We're halfway through our fourth season with Sporting. Things are looking pretty good. We are currently sat second in the league table because Benfica have won the game in hand that they had at the end of the last episode. So we're 1 point behind Benfica. We are 9 points clear of Porto, but they still have a game in hand on us. The first game up in this episode is going to be a vital league game where we go away to Porto. We've got Champions League ties coming up against Monaco. We've got a league game coming up against Benfica as well. We've got the first leg of the Taca de Portugal semi-final coming up against Porto as well. So we've got a busy month in terms of big games, but we've also got an awful lot of games. So we're going to have to manage the squad to see us through those games, and hopefully we come out the other end of it in a really strong position. Before we do get started, if you do enjoy the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and without further ado, let's get going. We've made 3 changes going into the game against Porto from the team that played at the end of the last episode in the semi-final against Estoril. We brought Jerison just back in at right back. Diamande's come back into the centre defence. Moreira's come in because Matthias Rice is struggling for fitness. Otherwise, it's the same starting lineup. Interesting to note the team that they've picked. We had no Diego Costa in the team, which is a bit of a surprise. I know he didn't play the first game against us in the league, but I think he was injured at that point. But just slightly surprised by that, but hopefully we can take advantage of that and Marcos Leonardo can continue his great goal scoring form. Pretty quiet opening so far. They've got a throw in on the left. San just wins it back. Leonardo back to Sugo. Menino finds Ismail Assar. Leonardo looking for Max Edwards. Oh, he's got to hit the target from there. I mean, we'll take it. They've done basically next to nothing in that first half. I mean, it wasn't the best first half because we've only seen one highlight in the whole half. But we're looking reasonably comfortable. We don't look under any real threat. Hopefully we can go on and nick a goal in the second half and win the game. Headed clear. Leonardo onto Carboni. Into Sugo. Menino wide to Ismail Assar. Onto Moreira, back to Sarr. Can we get the ball in the box? Oh! Nemecha block the shot. Pepe's into the box though. Oh, what a save. San Just puts the ball out. Finds Morita. Back to San Just. Onto Carboni. Looking for Max Leonardo. Oh! Leonardo nicks that back. Into Thiago Thomas. Shqiri to Sugo. Penalty ref. And all the penalty takers are off, so I've got no idea who would be taking it. Morita. No, he's gone off. Rewalt. Centre half, who's played about 3 games, steps up and smashes it home. Keeper almost got to it as well, but that was a tight one. I think when you look at the match stats and the quality of the chances we had, we probably deserved that. But we left it late, and my heart only just recovered from seeing a centre half who was only just signed stepping up to take the penalty, but he dispatched it. We won the game, and hopefully we'll build from there. We're now into March, and we've got the big game on the horizon against Benfica in the league. Since the Porto game in the league, things have gone reasonably well in the league and in the Champions League. The Taca de Portugal is a slightly different matter. The first game after the Porto game, we went away to Santa Clara and really started well. Valentin Carboni had a hat-trick after 14 minutes. Marcos Leonardo added another one before half-time, which enabled us to take some players off at half-time and rest them for the games coming up. And we just took our foot off the gas a bit in the second half as well. We then went away to Monaco in the Champions League in the playoff round and got off to a pretty quick start again. Carboni scoring after 3 minutes. Morita doubled the lead on 10 minutes. They pulled a goal back from a dodgy penalty in the second half, and we restored the 2-goal advantage with our own dodgy penalty in the second half, and we ran out deserved winners. Margin was probably slightly bigger than it deserved to be, but we'll take it, and it was a good first leg performance, especially away from home. We then went to Porto in the league and rotated the team, and it turned out to not be the best idea, because the first half we were truly dreadful. They were unlucky to have a goal disallowed, so we brought some of the first choice players back into the team in the second half. It paid dividends. I mean, Ismail Assar scored within 2 minutes of coming on. Marcus Leonardo added a couple, Carboni added one, and Krastev, who started, added one as well. So ran out 5-0 victors, and just what we needed. But the first half was a bit dodgy, a bit scary, and just certainly nowhere near the performance levels that we need. We then hosted Monaco in the second leg of the Champions League game. Got off to a decent start with a header from Brualt, and basically controlled the game. Marcus Leonardo scored a second for us in the second half. They pulled one back late on, but by that point we were comfortably up 5-2 on aggregate, and it sees us through to the next round, where we've had not the best draw we could have had. We've been drawn against Barcelona, so obviously that's going to be a tough tie in the round of 16. But hopefully we can put in some performances like we have done against Monaco there. We then hosted Penafiel in the league, and given how the Porto game went, we went the other way. We picked the first choice team so that we could hopefully have the game done and dusted by half time, and then bring players on in the second half to see the game out. And it worked in the end. Marcus Leonardo had a hat-trick before half time. We were 3-1 up. We made some of the changes at that point. Thiago Thomas scored a hat-trick in the second half, and Ismail Assar scored a penalty as well. So in the end, a really good, comfortable victory. Unfortunately, it didn't seem to have the desired effect going into the game against Porto. Now, when we played Porto in the league, Evan Nielsen didn't play, Diego Costa didn't play. They both came into the team. They've got Marco Asensio playing for them as well. Really, we just weren't at the races in the first half. They were 2-0 up. We did pull a goal back, but they restored the 2-goal advantage before half time. We got back on level terms, and then they just were too good for us in that second half. I mean, the game was a fairly even game overall over the 90 minutes, but they took the chances and we didn't, and that was the big takeaway from that game. But it's only the first leg, so we do have a chance to redeem ourselves, but it's going to be tough going away to Porto with a 2-goal deficit in the second leg. Now, as far as the league's concerned, the next game obviously is the game against Benfica. They are top, having played a game more than us. They're 2 points clear of us. So, I mean, hopefully a win against them really will because a win against them would put us top with the game in hand still. So hopefully we can pick up a win at home to Benfica, and we do need to bounce back from that game against Porto, and go on and hopefully get a result there. Okay, going into the game against Benfica, we made one change to the team that played that last game against Porto. Jerison just come back in at right back with Goncalves Estevez dropping down to the bench. Looking at their team, I mean, Benjamin Sesko's second leading scorer in the league behind Marcus Leonardo, so hopefully we can keep him quiet. But we need better performance from Carboni, Sarr and Leonardo than we saw in that last game against Porto. Right, from the kick-off, 2 go back to Rualt, onto St Just, Carboni, looking for Max Leonardo, and that is the perfect start. 16 seconds on the clock, and everything that Carboni and Leonardo weren't in the game against Porto, they've suddenly turned up in this game. Lovely ball by Carboni. Leonardo makes a great run, takes a touch, gives the keeper no chance, and just rolls it into the empty net. Right, Diamande with a free kick. Menino looking for Carboni. They've won the header. St. Just's giving it away though. Rualt, St. Just. Run off the ball, but he wins it back and gives the ball away. And now they're breaking. Menino got back. Diamande, Marita, Sarr. Looking for Carboni. Leonardo. I think Carboni was offside there though. He looked like he'd gone too early. Diamande with the header. Leonardo flicks it on to Carboni. Back to Sugo. Carboni again. And he's really coming to form in the last month or two since we started playing in wide right instead of Marcus Edwards. He's got plenty of goals from that right hand side. And cut in on his left foot, like he did here. Cuts in on his left foot and just slides it under the keeper. And we're 2-0 up. Diamande cuts that one out. Rice, Sarr, Menino, Max Leonardo. Oh, what a finish. Leonardo and Carboni look lethal up front for us today. Bump punch is clear. Sugo nicks it back and drives forward. Carboni goes round the outside into the box, pulls it back to Marita. Oh, that would have been a great goal. Taste Rice. Menino, Leonardo. Carboni picks up the ball. Leonardo. He's got his hat trick. Dreadful defending by Benfica. But we don't mind. They had plenty of chances to get that ball clear. Poor header by Malacia. Carboni goes past Verasimo. Malacia had 3 chances to clear it. Leonardo gets to the end of it and lashes it past the keeper. Menino's free kick. Oh, we've got another. Leonardo again. It's his 45th goal of the season. And we're only at the beginning of March. Menino's free kick comes in. Comes up, Sarr wins the header at the back post. Keeper palms it. And then 2 defenders clear the ball off Leonardo and into the back of the net. Sarr nicks the ball. Thiago Thomas back to Sarr. That's got to be a red card for Verasimo. He's already been booked. Nyanzi took the ball past his own keeper, but we've got away with it. Nice, and Diamande gives it away. Oh, Vasquez forces Lafont into a good save. Why are we just taking chances at the back? Got a head on the corner. Marita clears it half again. They had 2 free at the back post. I mean, obviously it's only a consolation goal, but like, how does he get so free at that back post? I think he scuffs the finish as well into the ground, but exactly what we needed after that loss in the first leg of the Cup to Porto. Dominant performance from the very first whistle. Puts us back top of the table, and we've got a game in hand. And we've largely got most of our difficult games out of the way in the league. We don't have any more against Porto or Benfica. So hopefully we can go on and grab that 3rd league title in a row. We've made it towards the end of March and we've had the youth intake. Before we get into the youth intake, we'll have a look at what we've done since the Benfica game. Things have gone, I think you would say, spectacularly well since then. The first game after the Benfica game was the home leg against Barcelona in the Champions League, and we basically battered them. We created loads of chances, we took them, we won the first leg 3-0. We needed some sort of advantage to take into the second leg against at the Camp Nou. Ismail Assar was suspended, so Marcus Leonardo started from the left and Thiago Thomas started through the middle, and it turned out to be an inspired decision. Unfortunately, we lost Jerison Just injured early on in the first half, but Goncalo Estevez came on and put in a really good performance. And yeah, it put us in a really good position going into the second leg. Between the two games against Barcelona, we went away to Braga and just did not perform in the first half. We were 1-0 down at half time. We were 2-0 down just before the hour and just really hadn't done anything. We had to then push everyone forward in the second half. And somehow we came away with a 3-2 victory. I'm not quite sure how we managed to do it. But it was important to keep us top of the table. It was the game in hand, I think, on Benfica, because we did go 4 points clear after we won that game, although they might have played later on in the weekend. Ideally, I would have liked to have got the game wrapped up and then brought some of the senior players off to rest them for the second leg against Barcelona, but that wasn't exactly in the script. So we then went away to Barcelona and played pretty well. I mean, they had a lot of chances and probably should have won the game. They had a few goals disallowed. We had a goal disallowed. But we were certainly not out of our depth or anything like that. We did exactly what we needed to do to get through to the quarterfinal. And yeah, really good performance. The draw for the quarterfinal could have been kinder. So having played Barcelona in the round of 16, we've got Real Madrid in the quarterfinal. If we somehow get past Real Madrid, we play the winner of Arsenal and Tottenham in the semi-final. So hopefully we can sort of put in a similar performance to what we've done against Barcelona and get past Real Madrid. It does mean that the last couple of months of the season are going to be some big games. We've got the Champions League quarterfinal against Real Madrid. We've got the second leg of the Taca de Portugal semi-final against Porto. We've got the Allianz Cup final against Benfica, and then obviously we're trying to wrap up the title as well. So looking at the intake of this thing, it's a 4.5-star intake. Obviously, there's one headline player in the Brazilian Vitor Gabriel Herdy. They're looking at 1.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. So we've got a couple of decent strikers coming through looking at that, and not an awful lot anywhere else, judging by that. Yeah, not the best of intakes. I'm not sure how that's a 4.5-star intake when you've got only one player that's above like 3.5-star potential. But let's have a look at some of these players. So Vitor Gabriel Herdy, 18 finishing, 20 determination, 14 composure. He looks like he could be a really, really good player for us. Yeah, he looks really promising. Obviously, there's still some work to do in developing these physicals. Some of the mentals could probably do with a bit of developing, but like that 18 finishing at 15 bodes well for the future. Then we've got Bruno Diaz, who's probably a slightly more well-rounded player, certainly a bit more physical and mentally developed as a player. Not quite as good in front of goal, but potentially a serviceable sort of squad option. And then the rest, I don't know that there's an awful lot that look like they're going to be up to much, to be honest. I think that's probably a pretty disappointing youth intake all in all. And that's the end of this episode, and everything is set up really nicely for a big couple of months to end the season. As we said, we've got the Champions League quarterfinal against Real Madrid, we've got the second leg of the Taca de Portugal against Porto, we've got the Allianz Cup final against Benfica, and we're top of the table looking to win a third title in a row. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time to see if we can win any of those trophies.